Back to River Drift. Oh boy, here we go again.
It's like Mario Kart. There's nothing else that matters. It's all about
What?
the drift.
What? What? I'm so confused. I'm so confused by what just happened.
Did he almost
Jack
just...
had...
Explain to me what happened.
Okay, so like you have a starting game, you get Marina, you get like Hero Shot, you get Big Man, and he redraws it. And he gets Big Man again, Gnarly Eddie, goes to resign, stops himself, and then just plays normally. I'm so confused.
That...
Interesting Octave Rush placement. I'm just gonna let the game go on.
Yeah.
I don't know. You have been playing the Octave Rush defensively, I guess. I don't know how he's going to be able to get into Jack's base unless he has another, like, 10 attack or sprinkler.
That said, I don't see Jack being able to break in himself.
Yeah, it seems both players just kind of block off the middle and will now have to play defensively.
Yeah, it's time to base build. And Jack is having a really hard time figuring out how he wants to start his base building. I don't like that place.
Ljovynn, I honestly don't like either. I feel like both players have not ideal hands right now.
At least Ljovynn's tells me that, like you were talking about before, this is another clear, like, splash mob play. He's like, I guess I'll just do a splash mob. And we got a bucket in the corner.
Yeah, it's...
That special block that Jack set up there is until he has to counter a special in order to utilize it or gain it, because it is way too awkwardly placed.
And he's not running Burst Bomb, thank goodness, to play just one tile by itself, so he's actually really struggling figuring out how to play this hand. This is an unsatisfying board. This is really unsaid. There we go. Thank you, Jack. You have played one card that will... Actually, no, that's not even going to generate any special points. We're still 4 turns in and we don't have any special points on the board.
Both players really look like they're struggling. I figured Ljovynn placed that, the charger there because he had a splash mob to play following up, but he's gonna have to top deck it from the looks of things, or he's got other things that he's going for the time being, but it's like, both have a very confusing game too.
Yeah, I just don't see... I'm just trying to figure out what these players are going for. Octo Disco...
He's passing!
Ljovynn... Ordered dualies? I don't... The ZF Splat Charger from Jack works. I like it. It doesn't interfere with his combo for like Tri-Stringer.
Oh yeah, I see the Tri-Stringer spot, but like, it doesn't... It stops... I don't know. It works, but at the same time, it's not really doing anything.
Special attack Splat Bomb from Ljovynn to get one more special point.
And a single point off of that. This is a...
Toxic Mist, I guess, coming from Ljovynn. I feel like if he had Toxic Mist, he would have played it already. In the Harmony spot. I'm...
Finally gets the splash mob.
Jack has... Alright, there's the 10 attack. You can get 2 special points with that. There's the Toxic Mist. You know, this kind of looks like a little bit of a... Like a certain barrier is forming on Ljovynn's side.
Oh, yeah!
I don't want to call it a wall, but like...
It's gonna be really hard for Jack to kind of get through that. Like, he's got 5-4-7 figurative, like, not in a clean line, but he's got 5-4-7 pretty much set up. Though it's gonna be, he's not in reach of any of Jack's stuff.
Honestly, I like this play from here from Ljovynn. Even though it's incredibly unsatisfying, it just gets points on the ground, and you need those points.
Jack's gonna have a really hard time, like, actually getting points.
There's a play. He needs to do order dualies right now.
Oh.
Yes, that's the play. That's the play right there. You order dualies, and then you can work around it. And you have the special points, because it's only worth 2. The order dualies are still going to allow you to play, like, Harmony, or...
Yeah, he's confirming it. He was looking at some of his other options, but I think he's...
Come on, play the order dualies. You have to play aggressive here. Yes. Don't second guess yourself. Don't second guess yourself, Jack. Ljovynn with the Octo Brush, and it's going to get overtaken by the order dualies. Jack gaining a lead, and now Ljovynn actually doesn't get the special points he needs for a 3-12, and Jack will take game 1 on a very, very confusing game of River Drift.
That
was the game.
That was the most confusing game I have ever seen of, like... It gets even more confusing because they're both top players.
Yeah, you expect to see something, like, you expect to see these sophisticated base combos where all the special points are firing off, and at the end, Ljovynn was literally just, oh, here's a Shiver 2, here's Elier, they're not activating special points, I'm just throwing them down wherever.
Yeah, they both just... And we're going back to River.
Yeah, we are going back to...
They were so hurt by that last game of River Drift that they're like, no, we need to do this again.
We're going to... the splatter color screen is not what you want to play initially. It's not the most ideal card. Because of how it's porous, I guess you could call it.
Mm-hmm.
You can play... Jack has his Toxic Mist. He can play to get through the...
This is such a good play.
Screen.
There's so, like, that barely works for Ljovynn. That might be definitively his best play, and that was still pretty garbage.
Yeah, the thing is, I think Jack Jack runs Charger, so he'll be able to play that into the Splash Mob, potentially, to be able to infiltrate Ljovynn's base that way. Still has Tenatech, still has Toxic Mist. Jack has a lot of ways he can choose to play these next few turns.
Ljovynn technically has a couple of ways to pressure off of this situation, but pretty much all of them are stopped by, like, this blah blah or Deco.
Octo Disco. Yeah, that's something we saw in the last game that he passed. Yeah, and Jack's gonna go ahead and play the Toxic Mist now. Or not. He's gonna see how it shapes up. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like he's going to have too much of a play afterwards. Order Dualies does work, in a way. And, like, he'll be able to play afterwards. It's just that it may not be the most ideal play.
And he's not going to be able to get anything off of it anyway, so... Time to base build!
Back. Yay! Back to base building. Jack looking at his options.
It's not an awful reflux, but you want to hold on to that turf for, like, your bigger cards that are still sitting at the top.
Yeah, I just don't like it. I feel like just setting it up in a way that'll let you get your... Oh, okay, go into Harmony. Putting it in a way that allows you to get your Tri-Stringer is just going to be better, especially since Ljovynn doesn't have any special points, he can't disrupt it.
Just put it down there and pretty much call it a day. I mean, this game's definitely going better. We have a special already in the scene.
Yeah. Alright, Jovynn's getting 2. Jack looking for the Oct card. Okay, there's the Tri-Streamer. That's gonna get him 2 special points there. Solid, it's fine. Unfortunately, Ljovynn will get the Flat Charger first and activate a ton of special points on the left side.
He's got a really good moment to break through, and Jack is like deliberating how to set up the order dualies to stop this splatter screen I'm imagining.
I don't see it working though. He may have to just hope that he can override it by like playing order dualies.
Yeah.
And just hoping that Ljovynn doesn't have anything and he can stall out. Here comes the special attack.
Oh, he's off by a point!
Marina comes in the turn after, not the card he's looking for. It's not going to be able to do much.
Is that a
Jack looking to...
Oh, wait, yeah,
Yes,
no, it makes sense.
Because remember...
That was turn 1.
I like the Tenatech play. It works. And it's going to give him... It still gives him access to a 312 option he has later.
Just needs to be careful not to overwrite that spot. And that's what he's doing right now.
I honestly think playing this just as a... I guess not really. You do want a special attack with it. The problem is you don't have anything else. Gnarly Eddie can't be played in the base. He doesn't have any other real options right now. Splat Bomb from Ljovynn. As we see, Jovynn's probably going to pass this turn. Jack can just afford to play this however he wants. Yeah, we'll see the pass from Ljovynn, which will put Jack just few points behind. He does have the perfect 312.
He doesn't anymore, but it's enough that Ljovynn knows that he's not gonna bring that back.
Yeah, so Jack now 2-0. If he wins this, he brings it to a bracket reset. We'll see what the third map we go to. We're going back.
Go fish. Go fish.
I don't want to.
Here's your fishing rod. Go.
No, thank you.
Fish. Now. No.
So we got different openers this time. We got Big Man and we got Marina.
Ooh, but Jack does not have that too great of a follow-up. He's kind of just floundering for options that Splat Charger definitely can do something, but I mean, it can break through an Octo Disco, which is perfect.
It wins the class. The Octo Disco there was actually I'm really not sure why Ljovynn would play Octo Disco there, especially in that orientation. It just doesn't seem like it would be. It feels like it would never work. Because even if Jack like played defensively, he could just move his Flat Charger like. Actually, I guess not. I guess maybe a Wiper. Okay, maybe the Octo Disco did have some merit to it, but I just don't see it working.
Yeah. It fills up a lot of space, which is what it's going for, but that doesn't mean I think it's a good card.
Right away.
That's a good reflux. I kind of want him just to go for it.
As we've seen, hyper offense has been a very viable strategy. I wonder if Ljovynn thinks he's safe. Jack could maybe play like order dualies or something like defensively just to make sure Ljovynn doesn't get in, and then go for the reflux as kind of like a surprise attack. That's far enough down so that it won't be clashed with.
Oh, but there's an Auto Brush opening!
I completely missed that. Ljovynn didn't play that the turn before either. So he must have just seen that like right now. That's crazy. Jack is just kind of stunned, not sure what to do.
Ljovynn coming in with these brushes and river drift, and he's just been trying to make them work for the past 3 games, and finally he gets something scary. Jack is like...
Jack just has to go hyper offense now. That's the only way they're going to be able to play.
Yep.
Hero shot, still playable.
Ooh, that is a good special too. I do want him to hold on to it for there.
Man, and now Ljovynn's starting to run away with the game.
Yeah. Jacket has the special lead, but like this is...
That's his last play. He doesn't have anything else afterwards. Yeah, after this, he does not have any playable cards.
I really respect the brushes being used in River because it doesn't look like it's a
Burst bomb. He made it a burst bomb.
Oh.
But yeah, brushes are unusual.
Like, it doesn't look like it worked, but at the same time, those 2 turns are so perfectly designed for, like, they benefit from brushes so well, and especially when everybody's so settled into scopes, it is the perfect mix-up.
And I feel like this is sort of like a counter meta in a way, because you see everyone running Marina.
Yeah.
As an opening. And Octobrush has the opportunity to pierce through that. And so you kind of now that you have that opportunity, you take it, you try to see if it works, and sure enough, it works out for Ljovynn.
It took 3 tries, but 3rd time's the charm, am I right? Am I right?
Yeah. Jack just does not have play. Forge, heavy. Yeah, that's a classic combo. 31 points down. And with basically no cards to be able to be played, I don't see how this is working. Yeah.
Neither does he.
Right, as this takes a set, 2-1, still in Jack's favor. He just needs to win 1 more. Then this could just be a bad memory. Put it behind, go to the bracket reset, just win 1 more game. That's all it takes.
And he has the power to not pick River. Yeah,
He's
no.
already won on it twice, so he can't pick River.
I'm looking in the chat message, the logs, and yeah, the Octobrush breaking through that specific moment, Jack, that broke him. That broke him pretty hard.
Yep, I can imagine.
I won't use his words because they might not be appropriate. I mean, they're not that bad, but...
Yeah, they're... I've seen it. Lakefront. Okay, that's a very nice starting hand, actually.
Ooh.
I'm a big fan of Octavio and the Squid Sisters on this map.
We swim with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Callie
this is
here.
Good. Oh, it's not as good, but it's still a very good opening. It sections off that area, and Octavio definitely works in this way.
Mm-hmm. Yep. This is classic, I should say. It's been in the game ever since launch. Yep. And now they're going to compete for the top left corner. I'd say...
Yeah,
like
something like that.
More.
Set up so that you have some way to pierce or sneak through, maybe.
Mm-hmm. In a position to your special point closer. Ljovynn is probably going to have some play along the left side of the map, so I definitely agree with Jack. Play your Marigold early.
Yeah.
You want to get it out of the way so it doesn't get overtaken.
The Ultra Stamp, I can kind of respect that as the idea that we're going to contend to that in a moment. But if you just play the Marigold now, you don't risk losing your 15-pointer.
Yeah, although to be fair, I don't see a way for Marigold to be like fully disrupted. I think no matter what Ljovynn plays this turn, Jack will be able to play it next turn. Maybe not without a clash, but
Yeah.
I do think, I honestly, I kind of like that screenplay. All right, there we are. Jack's gonna go in and play his Marigold now.
Yeah. I wish that screen was not put right beside a special block.
Yeah.
I don't think Ljovynn has a splatter screen on this map, but if he does, that he's
I
just
wouldn't be
forfeited that 12
surprised,
points. Yeah.
I really wouldn't be surprised. This is lakefront property. You're gonna be running splatter color screen. It's the most popular special here
Fair.
by far. There's ballpoint.
Knew it was coming, ended up overrode it pretty heavily.
Now Jack has to figure out what is the next play to make.
The screen does set up an opportunity to potentially, with another card, break through in that corner area. But, like, he might be a sitting duck this turn.
Yeah, Octostamp in the corner, just kind of getting a special point.
And also knows gets you more points, but it doesn't get you that special, and I'd probably say the
It
special's
has
more
other
important.
places. I agree that the special would be more important. Charger doesn't have a place to be played, and now Jack's kind of suffering with the consequences. He just played those in the wrong places. Down one special point, not getting the tri-slasher he wants to play with Big Man at the top there.
Forced to discard. What do we toss? Don't. That charger is such a clean and effective. Even as a special use, that spot charger is just so impactful.
Yeah, just being able to take out a straight line of points is really nice.
There's a lot of cases where you're like, I need a bunch of specials, and they happen to all be in a line as well.
The Goo Tuber coming in a bit late. It would have been nice to have that earlier to combo with Callie. Unfortunately, he doesn't get it, and
he's fearing that things are a little too sealed in the deal. We've got 3 turns still left. I feel like it's worth carrying things through and seeing what happens, but he just does not have the heart.
Yeah. If he had something, if he had like maybe one more special point there, like playing the cards, the L3 and the Octostamp switch places, you get one more special point there. It's just kind of what we talked about a bit earlier, just making those small mistakes.
They really add up.
Mm-hmm.
You never think about them. In a lot of cases, they can be hard to catch even if you go for a review. But, like, again, it is that thing where it's like, the difference between, like, Ljovynn and a lot of our other players that we see is Ljovynn plans, like, he is very effective, safe, and optimal in most of his plays. It's very hard to see him not playing optimally. And
Wait.
That's the tournament!
I feel like that... Did they pick the wrong
Wait.
deck?
Oh.
I feel like that... Is that an actual resignation? Oh my
No,
goodness.
like, I don't think that was a resignation. They seem confused in their conversation. Yeah, no, Jack chose Gemini.
Oh.
And then
okay.
he said, or maybe Thicket. Wait, I don't know. Let's go Gem. And...
That was not either of the two options.
Yeah, that was...
And so they just picked their box beats deck. And just... Because everyone has that in slot 1. I know I do, at least.
I don't.
No.
I'm sorry, I've ruined your trend.
Nah. Oh well. Gemini. Double Gemini. Interesting map.
This used to be the most interesting map. It still is, though.
Yes, it used to be. It's still a very interesting map. It's just no longer the map. I don't like that heavy placement. I would have liked to be like flush with the special block. Screen is actually a pretty nice play. It's not directly next to a special block.
Now
well, it is, I guess, but not the greatest cards. But now you see the problem. By playing the Splatling one off of the special block, you allow your opponent to play diagonally into your own special block like the big man has right now. That is a big problem. And Jack is not really going to be able to address that in time. He's going to have to play some offense, and while he does win the clash there, that's pretty nice.
Fry's
Fry
already
not
gone.
being able to be played. Has to be really done as an opener.
And he has to play the Kohawk or pass it at this point, and there's nowhere good to put the Kohawk because he's not around any of the corners.
Although he could play, it looks like he could play it in the bottom right corner. However, it would be effectively passing. You're not getting any tempo that way. Yeah, there's what I talked about. You got your opponent playing diagonally through your special block. It's just not good.
Yeah, you can already feel Jack's energy here. It feels he's not resigning, but he's on the cusp of wanting to resign here.
Yeah,
you can feel the exasperation.
Yeah, just not the greatest draws from here. It came a bit too late, and he doesn't have the space because he'll get that clash there. It's not the greatest.
He got a free special, but now he's got another brick.
Yeah, he has to have like Shelly or Donnie, or his other heavy Splatling, and those are really the only things he has available right now. To be honest, it might be worth it just to accept the fact that you're not going to be playing a 312, play it now, and just try to come up with another special attack plan later on.
Like, he needs the space. He's so close to just losing tempo completely. And I feel like that sprinkler's just leading him further.
Squid Force definitely works.
Gets him 2 special. Might not have been able to play that if he did play the zip line. He could go for it up there too, which would be pretty good.
It would. The question is, what's the best use of your space right now? And I think playing it on the right side would be better, and just hoping that you get like a heavy for Shelly and Donnie, something to make use of the space where he currently has it positioned.
Yeah. 5 seconds left. He needs to select his spot, and he is going to go for this one. I feel like you're right in... Time. Oh, okay. Well...
Inkvac, he does win the clash against. That is something good there. Shelly and Donnie, though, now he doesn't have a play for it. That's the problem.
Granted, Inkvac would have shut that down, so...
Would it have? Could he have? I'm not too sure, actually. No, he could have been able to play it, I believe.
Okay, yeah, no, I see where you're talking. Yeah, it one spot. Like, if Jack moved the Squid Force, like, 1 right, 1 down, he would have been able to play the Shelly and Donnie.
Yeah, there's a chance. Unfortunately, it just does not look like he has the plays, and that paintbrush just blocking out everything.
Yeah, this is the tournament. There's nothing he can do here.
He's down by 40. It's rough right now. Just seeing it, not having any plays available. Yeah. He does have that option available for Shelly and Donnie or Heavy Splatling. Either one is worth fighting for. He can get it there. Potentially play Octobrush if he draws it next turn.
He does
So
get
I don't
it.
think he's able to.
Oh, he
Yeah,
does
the
can't
plot-
play it.
Where Ljovynn played earlier, that's where it would have been playable. Unfortunately, that is going to be a reverse sweep from Ljovynn, stopping the losers bracket from happening and winning the tournament of TBO 37.